Dave, congratulations, 4 straight wins in League One, top of the division. Not a bad night's work.
No, really good evening for us. Like I say, especially in front of the TV cameras, a tough place to come. A really good start to the game for us, which took the game out of the hands of Port Vale, if you like, and a really good night.
What pleased you most today? Because as you mentioned, it's not an easy place to come. You can look at the league table, but when you look at the games, they're often competitive. They're often in games Port Vale, but today you blew them away in that first half.
Yeah, we did in that spell. I thought we started the game a little bit sloppy. We know the size of the pitch is massive, and there are big open spaces. You have to be compact. I thought we didn't track runners early. We didn't get to grips with that only for a couple of minutes, and maybe took too long on the ball. Once we got the first goal, it really settled us down. And then I thought we were really effective for 30-35 minutes. 40 minutes onwards, we clocked off. We stopped doing the bits that got us successful. Stopped dropping on second ball. Stopped tracking runners. And on another day, we could have been made or been punished and then get a goal and give them some momentum before half time. We didn't. Second half, again, we started the second half brilliantly and should get a fourth. If we get a fourth, probably completely takes the energy and everything out of this plate and out of their team. Again, I know 3-0 is a lead that you should never give up, if you like, but football can be a funny game, and one goal early could have changed things. If we'd got the fourth, maybe then we'd have been better in possession. That's my one frustration, if you like. I thought we defended really well. I thought we asked or gave ourselves too much defending to do, just because of how we looked after the ball. It very rarely happens over the course of the season where you get yourself in a position where you can challenge yourself and work on the things that maybe you need to improve. And for us, that's what, when I speak about purposeful possession, in them moments, sometimes purposeful possession is finding passes and having to find, 5 to 10 passes in order to open teams up and then switch the ball and play and hurt on the other side. I thought we could have done that a bit better, but that's a tiny criticism of what's been a brilliant night for us.
Saturday's results obviously gave you that carrot of being able to go top with a win today. It may only be for 24 hours with Bradford playing tomorrow, but was that something you spoke about before the game? Because as you said, the players came flying out the traps.
No, I didn't speak about it. I've no doubt players spoke about it, because you only have to look at, like I say, what happened Saturday and how the results went. It's not. Again, it doesn't take a lot, and it's something they probably speak about in the players' lounge. We didn't mention it. Don't feel it really needed mentioning, because people know where you're at. I think for us, there's always been a motivation of speaking around going and finishing teams off, and someone going to be on the end of a scoreline, if you like. Maybe tonight was the night. I think we created a lot more chances to score more goals than we did. But what Darren's teams will always do is they'll keep you honest, and they'll make you defend and make you go for 90 minutes, and we certainly had to do that.
I guess if there's been any criticism in recent weeks, it has been about not being clinical enough, not killing off games when you're on top, but ruthless in that first half. How pleasing is it to have all of your front three on the score sheet?
Yeah, really pleasing, and good for them all. And 3 good finishes, 3 different types of goals, but 3 really good finishes. We work hard at all those things. Sometimes they don't come off. I thought our set pieces, they were fantastic, and we should have scored goals from them. Again, that's probably the one tiny criticism, that the efficiency we had in the first half we didn't have in the second half. Keepers made good save from Lowy in the first seconds of the second half, then clear one off the line with a header. Ethan Pye misses a really good chance, and then Benno obviously goes through at the end from the halfway line, and he could do with a goal, because he's, like I said, he's a brilliant finisher, and if you were a gambler, not that you can, you'd lost a whole lot of money on him not taking the chances that he's had, because he is a really natural finisher.
Lowy's goal was very much bread and butter for him, but maybe not the kind of finish you'd expect from Carl Woodson spinning on the edge of the penalty area.
Yeah, it's a great ball from Tyler. Lowy's is a great header. We've spoken to Woodson an awful lot around one-touch finishes, and being able to do that and do a lot of finishing from those areas. So the higher you go, the bigger the demand is that if you have touches in the box, they don't often go in. I mean, he had one at the end there where I think he had a touch on his left foot and pulled it just wide. they have to tend to go through players' legs or a little deflection in order for them to go in, because keepers have set themselves. When the one-touch finishes, it's more difficult to do. It's a really good, like I say, really good finish on a brilliant surface, a little bit of grease with the rain that helps it, and like I say, gets off to a brilliant start.
At the other end of the pitch, of course, a clean sheet, 4 in 7 now. And I guess when you compare the performances at the start of the season to now, that's maybe been the big difference. You've certainly tightened up defensively.
Yeah, we have, and probably not by doing a great deal different, a little bit more continuity in terms of team selection. There's always been a desire to want to defend. I think we're allowing less efforts on our goal. We're defending from set pieces better, and once you build up that momentum, that gives confidence, and especially at the other end, if you're having to, I suppose, remain a threat. If you look at, like I say, our last 4 games, really, the Huddersfield game where we conceded from a corner in injury time is one that we're disappointed with because it's from a set piece. But over the last little period, we've been miles more miserly defensively, which is something that we've built on our success on over the 4 years that I've been here. It isn't a case of we want to score as many goals as we can, but not at the hest of conceding a load of goals as well. I think you can have a balanced team enough to be able to do both. We've shown that, and hopefully we'll continue to show that.
Great to have Benno back today. Owen Dodson on the bench ahead of schedule as well. No Malik, Mothersill, everything okay there?
Yeah, fine. So his partner had a baby last week. Mal's got like I say, an issue that just keeps niggling with his back, his lower back, and again, without going into too much detail, when he strikes the ball in a certain way, it aggravates it. So he's been sort of in and out of training, as well as being up and down the country to Peterborough and back, where his family is still based, looking to going to move up really shortly to Manchester, which hopefully will allow him to settle down and we can get him back out on the pitch. Like I say, nothing to really frustrating, because we like to have him involved. We like to have him involved and get him some minutes. We're really remain really positive about the impact he can have within our team, but he's another one alongside R2 and Teo and Brad and Beatty that undoubtedly, when they come back, will give us really good options. Like I say, Dodge back involved. If Malik had probably been fit, maybe wouldn't have been on the bench, but he's certainly good for half an hour. No issue at all. See what happens at the weekend and whether we can get him some more minutes, but important that we get everybody up to speed, because we're still in a position where probably reliant on 11, 12, maybe 13 at a push lads who are 100% fit, and the others are playing catch up a little bit.
League takes a bit of a back burner now after Tranmere in the Cup next weekend, which is always a special game for yourself and for Clint. Yeah,
really nice to go back. I went back there and watched their game on Saturday against Chesterfield. It's always good to see familiar faces. Nothing like with lots of clubs. The people that worked there 25 years ago still work there now. Joe Murphy's still playing in goal, which makes me feel really old, because I played in the League Cup final, obviously with Joe in goal 25 years ago. So for him to still be going is brilliant. It'll be great to, like I say, see people that were there when I was a player, Andy Parkinson and people on their staff. So looking forward to it. It's always nice to go back. It's a brilliant ground to play in. I've had some really special days, special nights there. Hopefully there's a decent crowd, a local one, but a game that we want to I suppose put our best foot forward and try and progress and get ourselves to the next round of the Cup.
Top of the league, well done tonight.
Cheers, Liam, thank you.